I'm looking to buy this low here for 1 point. So I'm long at this blue horizontal line, and I'm willing to scale in lower. I think we'll end up getting back above here, above 258.73. So sometimes I consider holding this for a swing, but I'm more certain about a quick scalp, so I will take that if we get it. So now my stop is about 4 points down, and I'm willing to buy above a bull bar once we get it. So I'm not too worried about this quick drop off because my premise is still that we'll get above 258.73, or at least above the climax here, so which is the same price, 258.73. I just set my stop to a point where I think it's reasonable that we'll get a bounce before we get to that point, or I'll stop out if I think my premise is incorrect. So that's why I'm okay. That's why I'm okay with this quick drop off, because my premise is still that we'll get up here, and before we go down an equal distance. So if I had a bigger account, I would have bought this low, bought 1 point lower, and then looked for a bull bar. So I would have already been filled on my profit order if I had bought this. So that was a $1 profit. Yeah, so that red horizontal line is where I exited. So in this kind of scenario, if my account was bigger, I would have scaled in 3 times. So I would have bought the low here, bought 1 point lower, and then waited for a bull bar. So that way, if I get this kind of quick bounce down and up, I would have been filled right away and I would have been out of the trade. But because I have a smaller account, I can only scale in twice. So I just buy the low and then wait for a bull bar and buy above it. So I bought at the blue line and sold at the red line for a quick 1 point scalp. On a day when you have a lot of trading range price action, a lot of two-sided trading, so you go up for a little bit and then you go sideways, then you go down for a little bit and you go sideways for the next hour, then you go down for a little bit, probably sideways for the next hour. And so when you get days like that, those trading ranges act as magnets, and you usually get back up into those trading ranges. So my premise was that in a day with all this trading range price action, where both sides are willing to place trades, it's unlikely that this big sell-off is going to lead to a new trend, because the day has already shown that both sides are willing to place trades. It's unlikely that this just leads to a huge sell-off that lasts for the rest of the day. I'm assuming that every time we drop off to a new low, we're going to get some bulls stepping in because they find value there. Okay, so the day just finished. I didn't get any more trades after this one at the lows here. There were a couple here that normally I would have taken, but it just didn't look right, so I had to let it go. It still amazes me that at the last second you can get up to a target that presented itself at 11:50 Eastern time. So this is 11:50 Eastern time, and when we got this climax, I thought that we would get back up to 258.73. And so all throughout here, all this sideways action, you can still create a trade plan based on the fact that we might test 258.73. And I've seen this happen so many times, but it still amazes me that in the last bar of the day, the last 5 minutes, and this actually happened in the last 20 seconds of the bar, that we raced up to this target and got within a cent of it. So we got to 258.72. And that also makes me feel like I should be swinging these positions. So I bought here at 258.21 for a 1 point scalp, but I thought that it was a good swing. I just don't feel confident enough to hold throughout this for 2 hours It went up, tested these lows, got to 258.66, tested back down for an hour, and then raced up. Even though I feel like there's a good chance it will get up here, I just don't feel patient enough to wait through all this. But maybe that might be the best thing to do for me. So I might have to start swinging at least a bit of my position. But that's something I'm not confident with right now. So yeah, so I only took one trade today. Let me know your analysis for today, and thank you for watching.